Alright, we're doing a tier list for guards in the gi. I tried wrestling on the weekend and it went so poorly that I have to make this video out of spite. Quick disclaimer, I have 0 qualifications, I was dropped as a child, and this tier list only applies to guards that I'm familiar with, so no squid lapel worm stuff. Alright, first off, we've got single leg X, which is one of my favorites. You can usually sweep the guy or get under him pretty easily. That being said, this is going into the C tier because if your foot moves 2 molecules in the wrong direction, someone yells, and you get DQ'd and your day is ruined. Alright, next up we have inverted guard, which I think is used more as a transition than an actual guard. Alright, I think we've seen enough. Garbage tier. Closed guard's gotta be S tier. It's just iconic and it's used at every level. Who can forget when Anderson Silva, the 2nd best fighter of all time, used it to beat Chael Sonnen, the 3rd best fighter of all time? Obviously, the only person it doesn't work on is the actual GOAT, Jake Paul. X guard's right in B tier. You probably need De La Riva or single leg X to transition to it, but once you have it, the sweep is pretty much guaranteed. De La Riva is A tier. It's difficult to get out of once the guy has grips and you have tons of options. The only weakness is that if you overuse it, you're going to end up on some obscure forum learning about knee anatomy from a guy who's probably a cyber criminal. Reverse De La Riva is low B tier. As far as I know, the only reason people use this is for the 1% chance that you do some cool looking spin and end up on the guy's back. Collar sleeve is easily at the top of A tier. I don't know how to explain it, just try it out. It's like 4 a.m. and I'm talking to myself in a study space in my apartment lobby. I wonder if this is what my teachers were imagining when they said I had potential. Half guard's hard to place, it just has so many variations. You can be anywhere from having your opponent's shoulder in your face and be tasting your own blood to having his leg in a knot. I'm just going to put it in purgatory because generally it's considered a pretty equal position for both players. From chin on chin, you're either taking the guy down, which I no longer believe in, or you're transferring to a better guard, so it's got to go to C tier. Butterfly is a similar deal, but there's more sweeping options. In no-gi, butterfly would be A tier, but you've got a lot more options in gi, so it's going into the B tier. Spider guard is either high B or low A. It's a little difficult to set up, but once you get it, it's basically over unless the guy is way bigger than you. Also, the omoplata is literally right there. Okay, finally we have Turtle, which came up when I searched list of guards. Turtle is not a guard. I'm a fan of turtling, but I don't care how woke you are. If you think this is a guard, you're off your rocker. It's going in purgatory, still better than garbage tier. Alright, there's my tier list. I'm doing a poll, so if you agree with my placements, be sure to subscribe, and if you disagree, make sure you subscribe. Just so I can keep track, you know?